You are listening to the Hodges Huddle, where we discuss all things in the wide world of sports. Here's your KLSU sports team.
Welcome into a special KLSU interview. I'm your host, Andre Champagne, and today I'm joined by my wonderful coworker, William Gilreath, and a very special guest on draft week. We have Saivon Jones. Welcome, man. And we've been meaning to get you in for a long time. You know, we've been trying to get this to happen.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. Thanks for coming. We go way back, if y'all don't know. Shout out West Hall, man.
Yeah, freshman year.
Freshman year. What was it? Was your pet? Hold on. What was his name?
Marty.
Rest in peace, Marty.
Yeah, rest in peace, man.
Yep. He just wanted to live in the West Hall sink. Bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Facts. But we're here to talk about some football, man. And we'll be talking about a little bit about the upcoming NFL draft and what that process has been like. And then as well as, you know, just your time here at LSU. So, Will, do you want to start us off?
Yeah, I guess we'll start off with this. With your time at LSU, you know, you're a Louisiana kid. What's been the most rewarding part about getting to wear the purple and gold, getting to wear the three letters? We hear everyone say it's an honor to wear the three letters all across their chest. How have you felt about your time at LSU, and what's that kind of been like for you?
Oh, well, first off, it's been like an amazing experience. I'm glad I didn't pick a different college, which, I don't think I would have anyway because I only stay like 50 minutes away. But, just being able to represent them three letters and what that mean to me is just a lot because, I come from a small town, not a big area. I graduated with maybe 200-300 seniors. So, it was pretty small. And just being able to represent my parish, St. James Parish, and be able to put not only – it doesn't just put me on the map, but it also just puts out all the athletes that's from there, I'm representing what kind of athletes we breed from St. James, so it's an honor.
Yeah, and just kind of adding off of that, in your time at LSU, you stayed all 4 years, right, which was huge. In an era of, NIL, you could have easily left if you had wanted to because you would – your junior year, your sophomore year, especially you've been through some coaches too. So, what kind of led to you just grinding it out? And, a lot of coaches, especially Coach Kelly, gives you a lot of credit for staying. And you had a great senior year. So, what kind of led into just, staying, I guess, eye level at it just all these years? I
didn't have it in mind to leave. I just ain't see a reason why to. LSU has got a known history for having D linemen drafted. Just their history as a whole when it comes to getting people drafted. I'm not a money swaying person. I don't think it's gonna take money to sway me. I'm not the type to build a relationship and then just leave like it's nothing. Those years there was very special to me, and I wanted to, just have all my remaining years played there.
How much did Bo Davis kind of help you with your development and that transition from junior to senior year?
So actually, Kevin Peoples that
Kevin
I had.
Peoples,
and,
right?
Bo Davis had the D tackles with Kevin having the edge group, but just him with helping me through my development through my senior year has just been a great experience. Definitely felt like he opened a lot of doors for me, and I felt like he was the one who realized the potential I had in me and was able to draw it out the best.
Yeah, and I feel like you and Swenson, obviously, that's a really cool friendship that you guys have. Can you talk about just what you guys have kind of gone through being here and just, obviously, the duo that y'all had this past year. Can you just talk about, this year?
When I first met Swin, it took us a while before we became cool. It was actually through playing games when we connected. We both played GTA role. Well, he played GTA role playing, and I always found it interesting to play. So,
yep.
He was the first person to put me on, and it's like it's not GTRP ain't just no game. It's like a lifestyle when you play that. So it's like when you bonding with him on a game, it correlates to real life, and.
Yep.
Just spending all them, months through camp, spring, every day we just go home and play. And I just felt like doing that really built a special bond in between us. And it shows for itself on the field, the way we play. I mean, it's like you call me thunder and call him lightning. I mean, I bring the power and he bring the finesse, so it's like we complement each other.
Yeah, and so what does that relationship kind of look like now that both of you guys are, going to the league? Just like, you guys still staying in contact through this kind of process, kind of living it through with each other?
I mean, yeah, of course our paths are starting to go different ways, but I mean that still don't mean that we can't be in contact with each other. And I'm sure somewhere along the road we're going to end up crossing paths again, whether it's as teammates or playing against each other. So I mean, just being able to maintain that relationship that we got will be good.
Yeah, and it, like Andre mentioned, it was a great year for you this past season. 4.5 sacks, you had the 2 forced fumbles. I think it was 7.5. I don't know the exact number of tackles for losses. And like you just mentioned the connection. What was it about like this past year that you thought you were really able to kind of step up your game and kind of just put every piece together?
I mean, just being able to take over the game mentally. I feel like most of the battle of football is mental. Of course, you got the physical side, but I mean, if you ain't got it in your head, then you're not going to be able to play right on the field, at least to the best of your abilities. And I mean, that just comes with learning football. Like learning what an underfront is over 4-3 or 3-4 defense. Just learning that stuff helps. And one of the things that really helped me was just learning the bigger picture. If I had to stunt inside, I wanted to know why. Is it because I need to free up the linebackers? I want to know what's going on in the back end of the game. And I feel like just knowing that aspect of the game could help improve your game exponentially.
Yeah. The way that you talked to me about Kevin Peoples talking to you about philosophy was really interesting. It was right before the spring game last year, and you just kind of said he makes it easy. Like he kind of like he did. It's not overthinking what you guys were kind of doing a few years ago. It kind of felt like, and you guys were able to just kind of play regular football. Was that kind of what it was like to kind of dumb it down? It was just more simple.
I mean, yeah, and not just Kevin Peoples, but Coach Baker, our DC as a whole. I mean, just being able to just the way they simplified the playbook for the whole team to just, it's less thinking. And more running around free, because I feel like that's when your game starts to slow down, when you think too much. And I mean, when you're out there on the field, you don't have that much time to think. It got to be a reaction. You need to turn your thinking into a reaction. I felt like that they did a good job at doing that.
Yeah, and then you were able to face the best in the country every single practice. I mean, Will Campbell, and if you want to go Emory Jones too. I mean, also go on the interior. You had to face some of the best in the country on the interior too. Right. Deli, Moss Frazier, DJ. I mean, what does that kind of help? So, like, can you speak to how that helps your development? Just iron on iron, like iron sharpens iron.
I mean, yeah, it definitely helped a lot. Just being able, because I mean, when you got the mindset of you're going against the number 1 offensive tackle that's going to be taken off the board, and probably like the number 3 tackle or maybe the next tackle to get taken off, Emory. Just going against them, you start to realize that it don't get no better than them. And I mean, that's exactly what it was. It didn't get better than Will and Emory when it comes to going against offensive tackles. I mean, I felt like if the scouts just watched my practice against them, they'll probably have me number 1 overall pick or something like that. But, I mean, yeah, that's definitely what the mindset was for all of us going through spring and camp, was just being able to sharpen each other.
And what's the competitiveness like with that? I mean, obviously there's probably a lot of trash talk just within that group, because I know how competitive not only you guys were, you and Swint, but the tackles. Also, Will don't talk much, but I feel like when he does, it's funny, right? And I know Emory likes to talk a little bit. So what was that like?
I mean, it was highly competitive. I mean, thank God it wasn't hot like last time we had that brawl, but I mean, the competitiveness is always there. Even when it's the backups, even when it's the walk-ons, you see us, whip them, beat them. Like, it's a lot of trash talking. I mean, we all like it, because we know at the end of the day we're brothers, and we all have one common goal, and that's to get a championship ring. Yeah.
And what well, I'll let you go next.
Well, you can go.
Okay, well, I was going to say, Coach Kelly, he comes in, right, and you were recruited by Coach Ed Orgeron, right? So what was that like? Just when he comes in, and what did you kind of think of him as a leader these past couple of years?
I say, just like anybody else, when they get a new coach, you're a little skeptical. You want to know what he's trying to do, what his goal is, what he's bringing to the table. But I mean, as you start to warm up with him, you realize that everything he do is he's caring about the players. I mean, he's more like he like to dive into the scientific side of football. Like if he cut practice a little early, there's a reason behind it.
Right.
There's always a reason behind everything we do. Like, why we lifted heavy on this day and not this day. Like,
right.
Why we don't get an off day yet. And everything he do is for a reason. I mean, it's all just to help us.
To get the most development, possible. Right, yeah. It feels like he's also not – there's a lot of coaches that are misunderstood on campus here. It feels like he's one of the top at that list. Would you say that? You would say he's – I mean, obviously you see on social media all the memes and stuff about him. Like, what do you think about all that? Like, do you just like they just don't know, like how much he does care about the players?
I mean, don't nobody inside that facility think bad about him. I mean, we just don't. We know what goes on in the inside, and I mean, don't nobody really. People could say what they want, but they don't know what goes inside those buildings. They don't know what we do. They don't know. For all they know, we could be working out 24 hours of the day. They don't know. And that's why we don't pay attention to that. We don't even try to look at it because it's like, it kind of ticks us off because, like, you don't know this man. He's a great man. He was a great coach to me. And, I love playing under him in my past 3 years. And it's just a shame how people just talk down on him when he's really a nice dude.
Yeah. Kind of to shift more back on the field with this one, there's been a lot of special nights in the past 3-4 years of your career here. Just LSU in general. What's been like your favorite memory? Is there a play that maybe you made or just a moment in Tiger Stadium or maybe it's on the road that kind of sticks out to you that you think you'll remember for the rest of your life?
I mean, of course. I mean, when we beat Bama, that was 3 years ago?
Yep.
3 years ago.
Yeah, when we beat them.
You had a big sack against them, huh?
Yeah, and I mean, just watching the fans storm the field, especially, I mean, that was a game where all the odds were stacked against us. We was in favor to lose by a lot. I mean, we
21, I think.
It's crazy. We
ended up going to overtime with them, and for him to just pull a gun and say, "Let's go all or nothing," I mean, that was like a great moment. Because I feel like for me, those are one of the moments where it was either going to be one of the worst days of my football life or one of the best days. And I mean, it turned out to be one of the best. And just like the fans storming the field, that was just like the cream on the top. It was just perfect.
And Andre mentioned that big sack that you had. I don't know how well you remember that play, but you kind of like, is that a moment where you're going to look back in a couple of years and say, oh, well, that helped get me where I am? It was plays like that, or it was big moments like that where I knew that I could make that play.
Well, yeah, I mean, so basically what you're saying, yeah, I'm always going to remember that play. I see it as a play where I was able to rise to the occasion. Okay. Even though I know they said don't rise to the level, to sink down to your competition, but I mean, like in a way, like as if we needed a stop, and for me to be able to rise up and be able to get that stop, that's like a great moment in my life and one of the many moments I had.
Yeah, I was just going to keep asking about like just memories before we wrap up, like the LSU kind of side to things. I mean, like, what are some of your favorite memories, like just here as a Tiger, where that may be in the facility, at practice with any like players specifically? Because I know y'all used to cut up, man.
Yeah.
So is there any stories like that maybe you can tell that no one really knows about that would think that's funny?
One memory that I feel like is underrated that I have is just I feel like one of the best I have is just singing "Calling Baton Rouge" one last time in Tiger Stadium. I'm sure you wasn't looking at me at that time, but you should have saw me. I was singing my heart out. Because just knowing that that's going to be my last time on that field as a player singing that song, it was just, you kind of feel the emotions running through you at that time, and I definitely felt it.
You got numb, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like it was numb, yeah. That's awesome. But you got one more.
I got one
Yeah,
more. This is like LSU's got a lot of pregame traditions. I think one of my favorites is as just a outsider is the walking down Victory Hill, the Tiger Walk. But that bus ride over too. It seems like you guys come off that bus, you're locked in, you're ready to play, you're ready for. They call it a war. You're ready for battle. Can you kind of describe your pregame routine? Not routine, but maybe like that leading up to a big game or just any game day really.
But I mean, that's actually like one of the hardest parts of a game day. Just you got to keep your emotions in check until you get there. You don't want to get riled up all before you even step on the field, and now you're just out of energy. So just being able to keep your emotions down. I mean, one thing I like to do, I like to listen to slow-paced music, whether it's like raw wave or like late 80s songs or stuff like that.
Yeah.
I have to tone it down because, I mean, if I'm on a bus listening to Youngboy before I even get there, I mean, I'm going to be too turned to be even going to field. So just being able to do that is just like one of the hardest parts of that day.
Big Broadway guy right here, so I'm
yeah.
glad
Respect that.
someone agrees. Yeah,
The D-line drip. You've changed it a few times. I've seen, and you know I'm not gonna pick on you, but I just want to know what goes into the thought process of the drip every week. I know you did the one sleeve for a while this year. Then you did the long sleeves, right? With still the one sleeve on the leg. What's your favorite look right now?
I mean, my
and why and I don't mean to cut you off, but and why is it special that the D line, especially the DNs, have some sort of drip? Because traditionally they don't.
Yeah, well, I mean, I always thought like the one sleeve side, like having full sleeve on one side was just like a good style.
Yep.
Especially for like a DN type of player. I wish I'm not a tattoo person, but it would have been even better if I had like a sleeve tattoo on the
leg.
side.
Yep.
But I mean, I don't know. I see that style in basketball a lot, and I was like, what? Let me try it. Let me try it in football. See,
and you were a basketball guy.
Yeah, I was a basketball guy. I used to rock one side sleeve, and I mean, it looked good. So I was like, why not bring it to football, see how it looks? And I mean, that was like, I'm not gonna say that's something original, but that was just something I thought of. Like,
yeah.
I'm sure other players done it before, but I mean, I didn't do it looking at other players like I want to try it.
Not because that's what I'm saying. I haven't seen that from really many players, and I thought it looks pretty clean. So I had to give you credit right here.
Yeah, and then sometimes I do both. I do full sleeves and then one leg sleeve, just depending on the uniform how cold it is. I mean, I don't think it looks good when I got white sleeve on one side leg. And then we wearing yellow and purple. But I mean, it shines the most when we're wearing all white.
All white.
Like
the A&M game.
Yeah.
Like just the color scheme of that game. I was like, this is awesome.
What'd you think of that? Was it the Vandy game where everyone wore it was all
yellows,
all yellow? What'd you think of that combo? I know that
it was white yellow
helmet, all yellow jersey, something like that.
Man, I love that combo. I mean, I wish we do more alternate colors like that.
Does that come down to y'all? Like the decision? Does that come down to y'all?
Nah, it doesn't come down to us. But we find out pretty early, and we might be able to like sway the decision.
Okay.
But other than that, we don't really pick the choices.
I know the seniors got to pick, right? The last. Y'all got to pick the last, which was white, purple.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. Yeah.
One last word before we go to the NFL talk real quick. What do you see in the future defensive ends here at LSU? I mean, you have Gabe Relaford. Obviously, they got a lot of transfers in. I'm sure you've been around the facility as of lately. What do you kind of see for next year in that room?
To be honest, I'm not even worried. I mean, I know they're in great hands, schematically wise, and I also know they're in great hands coaching wise. I mean, Coach Baker and Coach People, that's two phenomenal players, and I know whatever they do is in their best interest. So I definitely know they're in good hands. Anybody
that pops out to you?
I mean, are you talking about like D-line wise?
Anyone. Yeah, it could be anyone D-line wise.
I mean, definitely Greg Rutherford. I know he's just a freshman, but a sophomore now. But when he was a freshman and I was still playing,
scary hours.
The amount of work that he used to put in all the time. I mean, it's like he came to try to prove his name like first day.
Yeah. Well, we're going to move on to the NFL side of things. Obviously, after the bowl game, you started to go train right in Houston, I believe.
No, in Dallas.
In Dallas, sorry. Talk about what that experience or just training really and how hard that's been, and kind of lead you up to now, right? Draft week. What's that kind of look like for you?
I mean, it was definitely not a walk in the park training for those, because I mean, you know, I'm a 280-pound 6'5" training for a sprint. You know, that's not really optimal, but I mean, it's something you got to do. So just training like a track athlete for so long, I mean, it was good because I liked it because of the people I was with. So the group I had was actually like had some of the top edges in the group. So I had like Abdul Carter, Nick. I had Shamar
Stewart.
No, not Shamar Stewart. No. The tackle, nose tackle.
From Ole Miss?
Texas A&M.
Or Texas A&M. Okay. I don't know his name. It's
Shamar.
I thought it was Shamar Stewart for some reason.
Shamar Stewart is the edge.
The edge for A&M.
They got another.
But they have another defensive lineman. Was Walter Nolan training with you guys?
Shamar Turner.
Shamar Turner.
Shamar Turner. Okay. And was James Pierce with you?
No, we had James Pierce, but we had the D tackle from Michigan, not the white one.
I know who you're talking about. I can't
think of his
name.
But
I know exactly who you're talking about.
We had AC.
Kenneth.
Yeah, we had AC from Texas.
Okay.
We had Sorrell.
So what was that like? Is it kind of motivating to see all those guys and you're like, I fit in with these guys? Like, you're just with these.
Just being able to work with them, just, you know, only rises me up because, you know, according to the scouts, you know, they're high drafted players, and I mean, I want to prove that I can be drafted just as high as them. So I mean, it's still all love to them. We came in not knowing each other. We left tight, like real tight. So, you know, it's all love to them. But I just want to be able to prove that I can get drafted just as high as them.
Yep. Cool.
You've played with NFL caliber players before, like you just mentioned. You were training with them, but also at LSU, you mentioned earlier, a big reason why you came here was because you've seen that they can put guys in the league at your position. Have you kind of been in touch maybe or gotten any words of wisdom from some former guys? I know Mekhi Wingo was drafted last year. Have you been in touch with anyone like that about kind of like how to manage the draft process and getting your body right for something like the combine?
Yeah, I've been in contact with Mekhi Wingo. I'm still in contact with BJ Ujulari back when he was playing. I mean, I wouldn't, you know, just some things to expect once you get to the next level. And I mean, like, just one of the things they was telling me, they both told me that I got from them is just the amount of free time you're going to have at hand. It's just basically how you use that time that you have. You know, that's where it starts to, you know, be a pro, is what you do with them times, and that's how you separate yourself from other people.
Yeah, for sure. Now, just like the interview process, I mean, that's got to be stressful, right? Like that's something where it's like almost walking in for tests that you like, you know, what does it compare to? Yeah, I was about to say.
It's like taking the LSAT.
Yeah,
I like
stressful.
The bar.
Yeah,
taking the bar.
Taking the bar, and is it like with you have studied or something like can you even like study for these interviews? I know obviously you go over film, a lot of film and things like that, but is there really a way that you have to like really carry yourself into these, just kind of as a business, kind of mostly a business guy, but also as a football player?
I mean, yeah, you can have media training on what to say for certain responses, but at the end of the day, you just got to be yourself. That's all they want. They don't want you to act like somebody you're not, because they're trying to invest in you as a person, and they don't want to get the fake person. Then once you get there, you show your true colors. They want to know your true colors from the beginning. So, I mean, when it comes, you can't really prepare for the type of stuff, like, as in, like, you can't prepare for questions they're going to ask you. You can prepare for a couple questions that they ask you, but, I mean, sometimes they might ask you questions just to get in your head, stuff like that. That's stuff that you could prepare for, just being ready to, you know, not overreact when they ask you stuff like that.
Because they're trying to test you.
Yeah, I mean, when it came to my experience, I haven't been asked any out of line questions.
Yeah.
It was all pretty good. But I mean, the main thing you should just prepare for is not having a sore throat after talking for 4 hours. You should prepare for that because, I mean, from the Senior Bowl to the Combine, we spent at least 12 hours talking to total, like 12 hours talking to.
And you had an amazing Senior Bowl.
Yeah.
I think that raised your stock a good bit. I'm sure there were a lot of scouts out there as well. But just as far as like the draft goes, how are you going to be watching? Is it going to be with your family back in Vatry?
Yeah, so I'm going to have a draft party with my family basically back in Vatry. We're going to be watching.
And how nice is that going to be? Not only for you and your family, obviously, but I mean, it's a small town. Like, people really don't know how small Vacherie is, but also, I mean, St. James is they breed athletes, right? Like, that's a big thing. But for your small town itself, I mean, looking at you, these kids are going to be looking up to you and kind of using you as an example of, hey, I can do this too. How cool is that to know?
I mean, it's extremely cool, especially, I mean, the last person we had drafted was like 20-some years ago, which was Corey Webster.
Wow.
Yeah, so he actually from St. James, went to the same high school and everything. But,
Has he talked to you about this?
Back in my younger days, back in high school days, it was kind of like more like college talk.
Yeah.
You know, what to expect from
Keep
college.
you home, yeah.
Yeah, but, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it's weight on my shoulders because all I get from down there is love and just being able to get drafted and doing back home, just want to, like, show my community that anybody can make it, even I can make it.
For sure.
Yeah, for you, like, have you kind of like pictured in your head like that moment when you hear your name called? Like, do you have something envisioned, like, you know, how you're gonna celebrate or something like that?
I mean, no, I really haven't given that much thought about it. I mean, whenever it happens, it just happens. I'm gonna be wearing the Kyron Lacey shirt though. Whenever I get drafted, it's sad the way things ended, but I want to be able to carry his spirit along with me. And I mean, when I get drafted, I want him to know that he's getting drafted too.
Yeah, would you like to maybe speak a few words just on your relationship with him? And, obviously I know this is hard for you and everybody surrounding the program, but, I mean, like you said, to carry his spirit, how big is that just for you and all the other guys participating this week?
Oh, I mean, it's big. I've been knowing him since high school when so I actually saw him. We crossed paths at an AAU tournament when we played basketball. And so, we've been cool since, but we haven't really started connecting for real until he transferred over here. And that's I mean, I'm gonna be real. We wasn't one of the people that talk every day. The thing we did, we gamed a lot. We played 2K a lot together. We played a lot of Call of Duty together, and that's how we connected with each other. And I mean, we both had a passion for cars, and whenever it's like, we're like, oh, look at this, oh, look at that, and we even crossed paths a couple times just randomly, and we'll just text each other and be like, oh, how you been, stuff like that. But I mean, just being able to wear that shirt for him, I just want to be able to represent for him and also just show his people that, I'm here to help them and support them. And I mean, long live too, man.
Yep.
So,
will you be in attendance on Saturday?
Yeah, I'm going to be there.
Okay. I got you. I mean, we can transition. Just keep on with the NFL.
You were at the Combine, and everyone, I think, like, they signify I know this is kind of going back to, like, the draft process in itself, but, like, can you kind of talk about, like, that, maybe the mental side of preparing to because you got to deal with the 40-yard dash, you got to show off your agility, and then you got to show your strength with the
shuttle, right?
And I think, did you have, 20 reps? You got
I had 19.
So, I mean, that's really good. Like, can you kind of talk about how, like, the feeling you had when you kind of finished it? Was it like a sense of relief or?
Man, it was a huge sense of relief. And I mean, preparing for it it wasn't nerve-wracking in the beginning, but as you get closer, you realize, you can't mess up. You got one chance. Well, you got another chance at the pro day, but the main day is the Combine. You got one chance to do this. You're gonna mess this up. Like, don't mess this up. And I mean, when you walk in and you see hundreds of people, but you can hear a pin drop on the other side of the stadium.
That's scary.
And it's real nerve wracking, and just hearing your name get called up, and all eyes on you, even on the TV, and just at the same time, the nerves can help you because you feel that, and now you're I feel like having those nerves helps, but at the same time, having too much nerves could also, hurt you at the same time. So you really got to go in there with the right mindset.
Did you get like a adrenaline rush when they called your name?
Oh yeah, I mean, I didn't run do position work or the field work at the combine, but I did jump, and I did all the jumps, and just doing the jumps was like nerve wracking.
Yep.
So I can imagine for the people that ran the 40.
Yeah. So just kind of wrapping up here today. I mean, draft is coming up, man. You've got to be really excited. What are NFL teams getting out of Savion Jones?
I mean, the main things they getting for me is a coachable person who's flexible, who can play anywhere along the line. I'm real easygoing. It don't, I'm a selfless player. I give myself up for the team. You know, if they tell me get a snap at quarterback, I'm go ahead. And, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna do the snap to the best of my abilities. And I mean, they're also getting a energetic effort player who's relentless whenever he's pass rushing.
And kind of outside of football, like could you kind of tell us like who you are off the field?
I can tell you.
Well, I'm saying.
So I mean, off the field, I mean, I'm just a heavy gamer. I'm playing the game 24/7. I really started to transition from casual to competitive playing.
Okay.
But I mean, that's one of the things I want to do. After football, I want to be able to get into streaming and stuff like that. I'm a heavy car person. I love muscle cars. I want to be able to also at least go back to trade school and learn how to work on motors and stuff like that. I mean, it's always been my dream. So
You got like a favorite game and also like a favorite model of car?
I mean, right now my favorite game is Marvel Rivals. I mean,
That's a good one.
I play it all. I play it 24/7. I just I hit Celestial last ranking. I'm going for one above all.
Way ahead of me. Way ahead of me.
Yeah,
He'll carry you.
Moon Knight main. So
Okay.
Favorite
All right.
model.
yeah, but I mean, my favorite model right now is a Shelby Super Snake. So
Okay.
it's a 2025, basically a decked out 2025 GT 500.
Is that what you drive?
No, that's
No.
not.
We'll have to get a picture of that on here.
But right now, I got a Ford Mustang GT. So, I've been a Ford person. I love all muscle cars, but, Ford really, that's what my heart's set on. So,
Have you wrapped yours a few times now?
yeah, so
Yeah.
I wrapped it twice from the original color, which was gray.
Gray. I remember those days. I'm surprised you didn't bring up the four-wheelers.
Nah, man.
You done with that?
I wouldn't say I'm done with it. I got to see where I go.
You got to be careful.
If I'm more at a place that's like got good nature,
Yeah.
instead of like a heavy city populated area, I'm definitely gonna go for that again. I love trail rides. I love mud riding. Getting dirty.
You're a country boy at heart.
Yeah, definitely.
I got one more too. I want to ask you about food because Louisiana native. I'm an out of state kid, but I know the food is great here. And especially when you're a D lineman, you gotta eat. You gotta have the muscle. So what's your kind of like go-to meal?
Oh, crawfish.
Crawfish.
Yeah.
Etouffee, boiled.
Nah, ball crawfish.
Okay.
I mean, you'll think I'm eating it already peeled. How fast I can peel a crawfish.
Really?
and eat it.
Lucky you.
Do you like time? Have you ever timed yourself?
No, I haven't
Okay.
timed myself, but
Hey,
it's pretty
next
fast.
YouTube video for you.
I've seen people do like a crawfish peeling speed run, and I saw that they had like an actual like tournament for it. Who could peel it?
I didn't even think
the
about that.
fastest.
So I'll give y'all a hint. This free game. You take a crawfish, and I mean, I'm sure some people like to twist their head, take like the first two shells off, and then eat it. There's a much simpler way to do it. You push it in and pull it out, and
Okay.
you
Just eat it like
Eat
that.
the tail, right? Like,
Yeah.
Eat the tail.
You pinch the tail and you pull the meat out.
Do you
Oh,
ever
did he?
Do you ever like?
No,
Do you ever like get the meat? I know there's a little meat in the claw. Do you ever do that or no?
Yeah, it depends on how big.
If it's a
big they
big
are.
one, that's
Yeah, if
what
it's
I
a
do.
small
If it's a
one,
small one,
I'm not
it's just a
gonna
waste
waste
of
my
time.
yeah,
time.
this is the talk that we needed here.
Hey, I'm going.
Nah,
to
that's facts.
Big crawfish.
I
boil on
love
Friday,
crawfish,
gotta
but
prepare.
man, do I hate peeling. Like I'm bad at it. It's
love
just I'm
peeling.
bad at it. Yeah, I'm wondering
it's-
why. You dang, look at your hands, bro.
Yeah.
I mean,
love
it's the same with. I'm from Maryland, so big crabs up there. So it's the same
Yeah.
with there. Like I love crab, but peeling it is it's a lot. It's
Oh,
a lot of
yeah.
work.
Definitely.
So
Yeah, but you talked about food. I know y'all could cook down there.
Oh yeah, I mean it's a lot of
Home cooking, rice and
back-
gravy.
Back home is more of a it's southern cooking, but it's more of the wildlife side.
Yeah,
You know, like rabbit, deer.
yeah. Making
gator.
like I'm telling you, making a gravy out of all that, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
You gonna miss that a lot, huh?
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna miss it. I got the recipes. So
Oh, there you go.
I know how to make it.
Love it.
are you have you started making it before? Like
So I haven't started the wildlife side, but when it comes to like jambalaya and pasta,
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
know how to-
do you think you can make it the best out of anyone on the team?
Ooh,
I didn't want a team. Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
No doubt.
I like that.
So like for your draft party, it's all homemade from you. You're making everything.
I'm not making that.
Ah, yeah, I was about to say you can't
that's
make him
too
make
much
that
work.
on
It's my
his.
special night.
That's
but,
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. There you go. But yours would be better.
Oh yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
He's got to let him know.
You let 'em know,
You want to talk about anything else, or that's pretty much it?
I mean that's it.
But we want to thank you big time, man. Thank you for coming in.
No problem.
And we want to wish you the best of luck. We'll be watching
Absolutely.
all weekend. We can't wait till we hear Saivon Jones. You've been selected by But that's going to do it here for us today. Big thank you to Will also for joining me, and big thank you to Randilyn for stepping in. It was stressful, but we got you here, so thank you. And I'm your host, Andre, and this has been a special KLSU Sports interview.